Hello and welcome to the Steelflower Cup Series number 67 finals against Starboys and Ruthless Gaming. And looks like we are having... Are they switching sides or what's happening? A bit of confusion at the moment, deciding which side they want to play on.
Reach wins.
And they're waiting for the confirmation from the caster. And now we are going live with Ruthless starting on the CT side and Star on the T side. Now let's see, what will they cook? Okay, so a 4-1 setup from Ruthless. It's chilling behind the green box and one guy playing CT spawn with way too cliche. And Starboys primarily going towards B site. Will Cliche spot them? Probably has info spotted, and now Ruthless are starting to respond as Carnage will start onto the B site at any second. AMP avoiding first contact slowly. Nothing at the moment. Bit of back and forth. Swag opens up with a headshot to way to Cliche. Husk takes out Spartan. Selly and Temu take out Ab and Swag. Selly doubles up actually. Baby Metal and Discuss. Discuss takes out Temu and Heinety on 1 HP. Selly tapping the bomb. Lots of missed shots going back and forth. Selly 29 HP. Baby Metal and Discuss. And Discuss takes out Selly, giving Starboys the first round of Canals. And the question is, what will Ruthless do for the round 2? Actually, Heinety going for an MP7 helmet buy. It's quite interesting from his side. And we're seeing Starboys gravitating towards the A side. Heinety in elbow right now. Breaks the helmet of someone, but doesn't take anyone out, and Star get to that A site free as Husks plants the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Baby Metal chilling on B long right now. Sadly, started flanking Baby Metal. Oh, lots of missed shots, but Husk gets two, way too cliche, doubles up as well with the GSR. AMP taking a bit of back and forth action, but Discuss finishes off way too cliche, and now sadly 1-on-3. Takes our amp, but with 9 HP there's not much he can really do, and Swag closes this round up, making it 2-0. And now we're starting to see the first gun round between the two sides, with Starboys going towards the A site again, with quite some pace actually. And Sevi getting ready with that. It does a little bit of damage, not too much. Baby Metal, first point of entry, going in with the bomb. Way too cliche, doubles up with both headshots. Swag takes out way too cliche to trade that out, but it's left on 10 HP. AMP, and that was just a complete wipe. And the bomb does not get planted when Ruthless get their first round of the half. 2-1 still in favor of Starboys. It looks like Discuss is going on a full save with 4,500. I think it's just more for economy balance more than anything. Way too cliche actually opens up with 2. Gets taken out by Discuss. And Heineke takes out Husk with a nade, but Baby Metal takes out Spartan with a P250 headshot. Bomb is on that B site. And Heineke jumps out through the cafe window, taking out Baby Metal. And now Discuss in a 1-on-3 situation. 37 HP. Bomb is down on the B site. Just trying to isolate 1v1. Selly does spot Discuss out. And Selly has been dropped very low. That grenade doesn't quite catch him, but Heineke waiting for Discuss to peek into him. But Discuss is just playing the round out, the clock out. Trying to see if he can get any more exit kills. 34 seconds and counting. And we'll walk into Heineke. Surely Heineke heard him. And reacting off the audio cue, takes out Discuss, making it even between the two sides. 2-2. And now Starboy is definitely starting to buy up now this round, after them saving that round previous. With Discuss lagging out, unsurprisingly should I say. He's been lagging at round starts for a few times. With Starboys gravitating more towards the A site again. They really like that A site right now. As we're starting to see an execute. No, it doesn't look like it's an execute happening. AMP on timing, gets shot by Heineke in the cafe, gets taken out. Heineke opens up the round, 1 minute 15 on the clock. Now we're down to 108 and counting. 5-on-4 situation in favor of Ruthless. Discuss takes out Selly. Baby Metal takes out Spartan. Swag takes out Heineke in cafe, and now way too cliche. Takes out Discuss. And Temu Saim actually from CT takes out Husk. 2-on-2 situation. Starboys is taking their time to get onto the B site. They're worried that there could be someone posted up close, and Swag does clear that out, gets the bomb down. And Temu does a bit of spamming. Does get spotted by Baby Metal, but Baby Metal does take a lot of damage. Now Swag on the bomb site. Gets taken out by Temu in the CT smoke. And way too cliche. Taps the bomb. And Temu same takes out Baby Metal, making it 3-2 in favor of Ruthless Gaming. And if we get a quick scoreboard check. Cliche 7-4, Timo 6-2. Spartan and AMP actually on 0 frags at the moment. Hopefully that changes very soon. But fairly even on the star side. As we see another A-biased default. Way too cliche opens up in the elbow position. Can he possibly find a second? Gets Mollard out, but also Mollard's deep. Gets a bit aggressive, takes out Discuss. Can he get a third one? Not quite. AMP actually picks up his first frag of the game. And Heineke takes out Husk from the CT lower catwalk. Bit of back and forth. Baby Metal actually one-digs Heineke while blind, leaving Baby Metal on 1 HP, running back towards his teammate to regroup in this 3-on-2 situation. bit of noise. Not sure if Sally heard that. But now definitely Sally's calling out, hey, this is going to be an A hit. AMP gets taken out by Sally. Molotov landing practically nowhere, and Timu closes the round out. Making it 4-2 in favor of Ruthless. Yeah, as I was saying, with AMP having 0 frags and he picks one up. Commentator's curse? Who knows? More like a commentator's blessing. And hopefully... Oh, that's an interesting smoke from Timu trying to play one ways. And who's on the other side of that one way? Baby Metal does get taken out. A bit silly from Baby Metal, but how could you even know? As we see Starboys going out into the meat grinder. That is the B-side. Heineke takes that too. Bit of chaos back and forth. Swag takes out Heineke with the Diesel, actually. And now the bomb gets down. Taken. Planted, actually, should I say. What happened with words? Timu takes out Husk. And now in a 1-1 situation, Swag on 5 HP. Getting absolutely overwhelmed and gets naded by Temu. Making it 5-2.
Bomb has been defused.
In favor of Ruthless. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Okay, so we see Ruthless taking a 3A-2B setup, with Swag actually opening up with a double kill onto the 2A players, aggressing into Elbow, leaving only Temu on his own. In that A site, does take out Swag finally. Gets AMP on the second. Can he find the third guy? In Elbow, with that being Husk. Discuss actually trying to call to his teammate. Still an Elbow. Hey, regroup, come to the B site. Spartan does get taken out. No, actually, he doesn't get taken out. What am I saying? He takes out 2. And now Husk in a 1-on-3 situation.
Coalition wins.
And Temu spots out Husk, closing the round out. Making it 6-2. Tripping all over me words at the moment. Not a very good thing. And that we're seeing a 2-on-2 setup. Again, Starboys going more in favor towards the A site, defaulting always towards the A site. Husk playing around that elbow smoke. Spams a little bit. Discuss also spamming. Not a lot happening. And now Discuss flashes towards the A site. But nothing really being made of that flash. As we see Starboys starting to rotate over. AMP, bit of shots fired. Does tag a little bit onto the guy's snipers. Nest went back towards B site. And now Heineke and Spartan. The 2 people to hold down the B site. Spartan spots a lot of people out. AMP and Swag take out the entire B defense. And now Temu on the B site right now. Discuss and Temu taking a bit of shots back and forth at the moment. As Temu is waiting for his teammates to come and support him. Discuss takes out Sevi. He picks up 2. Way too cliche takes out Swag. Gets another one. Way too cliche is actually very low. He runs out of ammo the worst time. Could have taken out Discuss, but Discuss has been left on 2 HP. making it 6-3, still in favor of Ruthless, actually. And Temu and Way Too Cliche having a monster performance if you look at the scoreboard real quick. 13-3 and 11-7. Especially Temu, 13-3. Basically, if Temu dies, they lose the round. As we see a lot of aggression actually from Husk. But Temu does take out Husk, opening the round up in favor of Ruthless. A bit of shots taken, spamming, nothing really coming off it so far. It's hitting nothing. But Ruthless did allocate more resources towards the A site, thinking it might be an A hit. Heinteam now falling back to a more reserve position, takes out Baby Metal. As Spartan is looking towards the B long and gets taken out by Discuss. Heinteam picks up second on AMP. Doesn't quite get the third one on Discuss. Discuss taking out Heinteam. And the bomb gets planted. 2 in CT. And Way Too Cliche flanking in Cafe. Steady takes out Discuss and Swag on insane timing. Turns around at the worst possible time. And Way Too Cliche gets a free frag onto it, making it 7-3 in favor of Ruthless. Apparently the volume is a bit too low. I can probably try and do something on my end, because I am speaking a bit quieter than normal. But that will be sorted in the meantime as we see Star doing a very fast round towards the A side. Way Too Cliche doubles up onto AMP and Husk with Baby Metal taking him out. Way Too Cliche safely taking him out and now making it a 1-on-4 situation for Swag with a deal and gets wallbang through the smoke by Heinze with the AWP, making it 8-3. Right, let's see if I can do something on my end. Make my mic maybe a bit louder, since I'm a bit quiet. Hopefully without damaging people's eardrums. And once again, we are seeing a more A-biased approach from Starboys. Selly, whilst blind, takes out Discuss on elbow. Way Too Cliche doubles up. Selly gets a second of the round. And Temple Saimda closes it out, making it 9-3 in favor of Ruthless. Switching sides. And if we get a scoreboard check. Way Too Cliche, 16 and 8. Temu on 15 and 3. Highnessy 10 and 7, Selly 9-5, Spartan 3 and 7, Discuss 10-9, Swag 8-11, Baby Metal 5-10, Husk 4-12, and AMP 3-12. As we're seeing a more A-biased approach from Ruthless on towards an A stack more like Discuss and Swag opening that round up. Discuss actually doubling up. Spartan takes out AMP. And Baby Metal and Swag close the round out. First round of the second half going in favor of Starboys. The Starboys are still behind. They need to have 5 more rounds to make it all square again. I don't know how the mic is now for you guys. I'll have to check in the chat sometime later. As we're seeing a 4 elbow take. Lots of missed shots actually by that SA, but Husk does take out Spartan, taking a lot of damage in the process, actually. And way too cliche takes out Discuss. Can he get a second one? He actually triples up here, surprisingly. But that is something that you don't expect, and Heinety takes out. Oh, okay. Way too cliche getting the 4K there. With Baby Metal taking out Selly. And 10-4 in favor of Ruthless, actually. Yeah, the quad kill with the Deagle. Cliche, what happened? Are you cheating or something? For legal reasons, guys, that's a joke. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. As we're seeing, Ruthless once again heavily biased towards the A side. Way too cliche. Whoa, that's a lot happened. Way too cliche gets to Husk actually gets a grenade and a pistol kill, making it a 1-on-2 situation. Heinety she's taking a few shots off to Husk. Does spot out Amp. And Amp closes it out, taking out Heinety, making it 5-10. Still in favor of Ruthless, however. Don't forget, Ruthless are still in the lead. Okay, now we're seeing Ruthless on a pistol-like buy. Some completely saving, others buying up deagles and revolvers as they push onto the B site with the plan of trying to get the bomb down. Sed actually breaks the helmet of Swag. Spartan takes out Disgust. Temu takes out Swag. After the helmet has been broken, it doubles up actually. Gets, and now it's getting the bomb down. The last two guys in CT spawn coming out. Temu does take a bit of damage. But given that they don't peek, way too cliche, actually takes out Husk, but AMP is ready to immediately trade him out. AMP, 50 health. He should really be saving this. There's no way he's going to be winning that. And Heinety takes out AMP, making it 11-5. Ruthless. And looks like a bit of a messy economy situation with Star actually force buying some Deagle Kevlars and Ruthless going towards the A side by the looks of it. You never know, they might actually start considering a rotate. Heinety actually opens up by taking out Baby Metal. Disgust gets taken down a bit. AMP takes out Temu. And way too cliche. Actually, Warbangs AMP Selly takes out Disgust. Husk and Swag take out way too cliche and Heinety. And Spartan actually does take a little bit of damage from that grenade. 2-on-2. And Selly takes out Husk, barely taking the damage in the process, and now Swag. Oh, this is some insane time in this sandwich waiting to happen. But they're peeking one by one for whatever reason. And Swag wins the round by odds that he should have lost the round, actually. Well played by Swag for actually getting those 2 kills, but what Ruthless were doing, I don't know why they decided to do 1 by 1. Right there was no reason for them to be 1 by 1. And it just gave Starboys a round for free because of that. Very quiet, no action happening at the moment. AMP is feeling it a little bit. He wants to swing aggressively. Here's to go step into the right. And actually, way too cliche, opens up on Baby Metal. Bit of back and forth. Way too cliche actually gets another one, and Selly takes out AMP. Just keep an eye on way too cliche here. He doesn't check his right, and Discuss takes out way too cliche with the SA. It gets a double. And the bomb is planted on the B site. It does take a bit of damage, rotating back onto the B site to stop the retake from happening. I say it does take a little bit of damage, does take out Husk. Discuss actually gets a triple kill. Does he know the last guy's inside the smoke? Starts sticking it, and High&T does finally take out Discuss, making it map point in favor of Ruthless. Actually, if we check the scoreboard right now, way too cliche having a monster of a performance right now. 26 and 13 in this map alone. Only 18 rounds has been played and he's already on 26 frags. Going into the map point. And Spartan going first in line on towards the A site. Gets taken out by Discuss. High&T takes out Swag actually in the cafe position. Gets Baby Metal, so that's the B defense completely gone. He can just tell his teammates, hey, rotate over to B site. Two B players are dead. And a High&T going to CT spawn. Takes out Discuss, actually third one for him now. And now AMP spots out Selly in square. But does he know about Temu in the tunnel position?
Bomb has been planted.
Not quite. But AMP has no idea actually. Same with Fast, they just run past him. And now Starboys retaking from the B-long position. Cliche and High&T both on red HP. Only Temu with decent amount of health. As we see AMP taking out way too cliche. Time is running out. High&T takes out Husk. And there is no time. Temu Samuel closes the map out. 13 to 6 in favor of Ruthless. And we are going to go into Plaza for map 2. It's actually been quite an interesting game to watch from Ruthless. Hopefully Star can actually improve going into Plaza. But we can only find out in map 2. I'll see you there. Hello guys and welcome back to map 2 on Plaza. To recap, Ruthless won 13-6 on Canals. And it looks like Ruthless are starting on T side with starting on the CT side. Right, here we go. What will Ruthless be cooking this time round? Looks like a stacking strat inside of one another. Outside of A mid and Swag opens up on Identity. Comedic actually triples up. Disgust closes out the round with Spartan taking out Swag in the process. That was quite a fast round. Go in favor of Starboys. Now, Cliche had a very good performance on Canals. Will Cliche be able to repeat that this map? Patiently waiting with a deal, making progress. Bit of spam, Swag with that MP7 inside of A-Long, or just outside of it actually. Let's jiggle for info. Flashes himself in the process. And Disgust takes out Identity. Comedic doubles up on the A-Long stack. That happened. Disgust takes out Spartan, leaving Temu in a wonderful situation, getting spam through the smoke, and Comedic closes it out, making it 2-0. And now we are hoping to go to the first bye round for both sides, which we will have. Spartan actually, interesting choice, going for an MP7. That's most likely for him to go into the B long area and hopefully play the CQC action there. Spamming the smoke, takes a little bit of grenade damage. Is flashed in the process as Baby Metal with the MP7 crosses safely into house. As Comedic gets first contact, gets to Heinity, takes out Comedic. Disgust takes out Timo. Heinity actually doubles up, triples up here. Hooders takes out Spartan. And the Heinity in a 1-on-2 situation. 2 more frags. And he'll be on for the ace. There's all that time. Gets the 4th. Looks the wrong way, and Hooters closes it out, making it 3-0 in favor of Starboys. It's a bit unfortunate from Heinenzi there, but you never know where last could have been in this case. And Community's actually going 8-1 right now, Discuss 4-1. Heinenzi, as you can see, has 4 so far. We're a bit early into the game, so we're not really expecting Selly and Temu to have any frags on the board just yet. But hopefully later on in the match, something interesting will start happening. Comedic actually doubles up. Honey takes out Comedic. Swag takes out Spartan, doubles up, and that's going to be a very quick round due to Ruthless being on a pistol by making it 4-0 in favor of Starboys. That was actually that was a bit surprisingly quick. I was hoping maybe a bit of trash talk coming in from Hooders as we see Ruthless more gravitating more towards the B side and the mid of the map. As discussed, util dumps actually does land a grenade onto Cliche, putting them down to 73. Just waiting for the utils to run down. Right now, Ruthless cannot do anything as long as Star keeps the pressure up. Ruthless cannot do anything. Spartan in that Molotov burns to death. And who does actually gets to and can be the closes out Silly. With only Baby Metal being the victim in this round. 5-0 in favor of Starboys. This is looking like a very fast match so far. 5-0 and it has not even been 10 minutes yet. As we see in Ruthless, gravitate more towards a mid here actually. With Spartan just on the mid stairs. Patiently waiting for the util spam. Who's using the rest of his utility up. Just leaving himself with a Molotov. As Ruthless slowly group up. 50 seconds left. They still have a bit of time, but not a lot of time if they want to take something now. Actually, Spartan takes first contact to Discuss. Discuss taking Spartan out in the process. Swag takes out Selly. Hannity takes out Swag. Way too cliche takes out Discuss. Hannity gets another one. And now Baby Metal flanking from mid. Is Ruthless aware? Now they are, because Baby Metal has taken out way too cliche. 100 HP between the two, and Timu finally gets Ruthless. Their first round of the match. 5-1 in favor of Star. You can see Heineke with 8 frags actually, on more frags than his teammates combined. Which is a bit crazy. Sally, one more death and you'll be doing James Bond. Don't be James Bond. We can't be having that. As we see Spartan taking a bit of early pressure towards the B long side of the map. And Sally actually surprising with no Kevlar. An MP7. Quite a bit of a bias towards the B long mid side by Starboys. As we see Ruthless starting to slowly progress. Bit of damage taken. Disgust gets taken by Selly after Disgust taken out way too cliche. Now Comedic pushing up from A long. Takes out Selly. Spots out the second guy on mid. Also spots one more guy going into the connector angle. Gets actually a triple kill, taking out Spartan, but Tibu finally takes Comedic out. Temu doubles up. Baby Metal 44 HP. And Swag with the sniper rifle falling back onto the A site. 23 seconds and counting down. Temu does not have a lot of time. He has to decide now. Is he going to go A or is he going to go B? 15 seconds, 14, counting down. Molotov and flash in hand. Knife out. Spots Baby Metal out with the knife out, but not much time left. Baby Metal closes the round out, making it 6-1 in favor of Starboys. Quite an interesting contrast from last game, like last map actually. Whereas mainly Ruthless being the dominant side. Here we are seeing Starboys being that dominant side on Plaza. As we see just a standard mid default. Just waiting the utility out off Star. Still a bit of back and forth. And now Ruthless slowly regrouping up towards A-Long. Comedic, he's just farming the lobby at this point. Two more frags and he's going to be on for an ace, actually. At this rate. We have back and forth jiggle. Selly takes out Discuss. And Timo actually eats a direct grenade, making them 19 HP. Comedic pushes up from A-Long. Flashes out Timo. Selly finally takes out Comedic, preventing Comedic getting the ace. 36 seconds. Who does swings out of mid, takes out Selly, making it 7-1 in favor of Starboys. I sound like I'm repeating myself here. It has been very one-sided so far. Typically, I see Plaza matches in my experience be closer than this. But with how this current economy is, extremely punishing, especially when you don't get that bomb down. It's very difficult for Ruthless to do anything. Spartan actually takes out Comedic. With two people on the ace site, with one more ready to immediately start rotating. And actually, way too cliche takes out Baby Metal, who was posted up aggressively in the main B long position. And sadly, takes out Hooders. Kind of a lurk takeout. Disgust takes out Heinety on the B site. Way too cliche takes out Disgust. Now the bomb site B is free for them. They know the last guy is on A. Are they aware that he is sniping right now? I think they are, because they are playing this very conservatively. They are waiting for Swag to make his first move. Etching spots the gun barrel out of Selly. And this is going to be some crazy timing. Misses the AWP shot, actually. And he's just waiting for the clock to go down. As Ruthless start chasing him. Swag takes out Cliche. And Spartan finishes off Swag. No sniper rifle on their side. And now Comedic actually, even though he's been fragging out this hard, 19 and 6, he is still poor. He's only got 1.7k. And he is forced to play a GSR round. Just due to the nature of this economy. And way too cliche, takes out Discuss. Swag takes out cliche. Selly takes out Swag. Comedic is really back and forth between the two. And Ruthless come out on top so far with a man advantage. And now they're making the call to rotate over to the B site. Suspecting a full-blown A stack. Which it kind of was, and now Baby Metal flanking. Timu expecting the flank. And now Hooders gets taken by Timu. Making it 7-3, still in favor of Starboys. But Ruthless finally starting to pick up a few rounds on that T side of Plaza. As we see Ruthless taking a slightly faster round, taking the initial A-long control. But the Molotov slows them down. And Ruthless is just kind of just stuck. They cannot do anything at the moment. They just have to wait for the smoke to clear. It's kind of like a wall for them, psychologically. A wall. It's just a bit of back and forth damage going And Comedic actually takes out Silly through the smoke, but Temri takes him out. Spartan takes out Discuss. And Spartan actually gets a second one on a very blind swag. Now Highnessy doesn't quite take out Hooters, but Baby Metal quite a lot of pressure, but only managed to get one. Bomb does get thrown across, and now Hooters 1 on 2
Bomb has been planted.
against Spartan on 100 and Team on 80. Has to isolate 2 1v1s. And if Ruthless play this perfectly, which they do, they win the round, making it 7-4 still in favor of Starboys, but Ruthless finally starting to pick up a few rounds after being down quite a massive margin earlier in the game. And we see an AR-15 actually picked up by Discuss. Personal favorite weapon of mine. I like using the AR-15 and I believe it's a very good weapon. And you guys should definitely use it. Please take the time to learn it as Baby Metal opens up with a double kill onto Highnessy and Spartan, only team have finally taken out Baby Metal after that double with Ruthless. Just chilling outside of house, like B long side. As we have discussed in the head glitch angle. As Starboys completely surround Ruthless. As way too cliche takes out Discuss, Comedic takes out Timu. Comedic actually gets forced off that blue box angle in middle. And now cliche. Drop down. Spots out Comedic, doesn't quite win the gunfight. Comedic's actually left very low, 21 HP. Does spot him out. Quite a bunch of shots missed. But Swag is in the house right now. 15 seconds. Takes out Swag. And all Comedic has to do is play time. So he has to get bomb. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Head gets spotted out, and Selly wins Ruthless the last round of the half, making it 7-5 in favor of Starboys going into the second half. And if you look at the scoreboard, Comedic, holy, 23 and 9. Absolutely life gaming, as some people would say. And that is quite a life half, 23 and 9 at this kind of level. Is not something you see every day, as we see Starboys going over towards the ace site with Ruthless starting up in V long. Highnessy it's only a 1-to-1 trade, 1 for 1, as we see Ruthless going over towards the ace site, and Hooters finds 1. Can he find 2? Not quite. Doesn't quite find 2. Making it a 2-on-2 situation. Baby Metal takes out Selly. Cliche only gets 1 hit off onto Baby Metal, but Baby Metal closes that out, giving Star their first round of the half again. Winning the second pistol round. As we see Ruthless doing the same strat once again, but instead of leaving the one guy A side, they are committing all 5 players onto the B long position with GSRs. And Starboys, what looks like we'll be heading towards the B site here actually, to try and get the bomb down, but Ruthless think it's A. Only get the info now that it is in fact B, and now it's going to be a grenade kill from Baby Metal. Actually, a second frag now onto Cliche. Disgust doubles up, and Swag closes it out, making it 9-5 in favor of Starboys. And now we're going to start seeing ARs coming out from Ruthless. Can they make a comeback to make it a 2-0 sweep? Who knows? We'll find out after how these gun rounds get played out. As we see a heavy A mid take, A long take as well from Starboys. Swag actually knifing Highnessy surprisingly. Way too Cliche takes out Baby Metal. Through the smoke. Gets another one through the smoke. Just keep an eye on Way too Cliche. He is feeling hungry. Hungry for a third one. Does spot out the guy going back towards Nest. Spartan takes out Discuss. And now Comedic, last one alive, gets taken out by Timu. And Ruthless actually win the first gun round of this half, of the second half. And statistically looking fairly even on the Ruthless side. Only difference of 5 frags between the top and the bottom of Ruthless. As we see Starboys gravitating more players towards the B long side. Aggressively especially. And now we are starting to see Ruthless fall back. They don't need to contest it. They just need to run the time down. Make Starboys paranoid. As Sally opens up 1-for-1 trade. Baby Metal does actually come out without any body armor. And a little bit of back and forth wallbanging action, leaving Comedic on 22 HP from a dink through the box by an M4. As we see Starboys start gravitating towards the B site. And Cliche needs to be a bit careful from A mid. There is one guy there right now. With that being discussed. And Baby Metal does take out Spartan. Disgust gets one. Does he know about the second guy on B stairs? Yes, he does now. Way too Cliche. Takes out Disgust, but Swag made sure to immediately trade him out. And now Timu. Timu's actually in an advantage here, health-wise and Kevlar-wise, because he's got full body armor. Swag and Baby Metal do not have body armor, so it's like 1 or 2 hits, they're dead. But Swag in the head glitch angle takes out Timu, making it 10-6 in favor of Starboys, and the round has been paused. Gotta stay hydrated. Water is actually very good, guys. It's good for you. You should drink some more water if you don't drink it enough. And now the pause time has expired. We are going into round 17 of map 2. Starboys 10-6 in favor of Starboys. That is. And we are now live again. Starboys heading to B long again. 2 for 2 take. Hooters with the KSG takes out one. Doesn't quite take out the second. Cliche was ready to trade out, but Baby Metal does take out Cliche, making it a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Starboys. Not quite the situation we'll be looking for. Spartan 1-for-1 between Discuss, with Comedic dying in the process. Highnessy taking out Discuss, making it 2-on-2. Baby Metal is on 10 health right now, just shifting over towards the B site now. And Swag trying to rotate. But Temu, oh, gets taken out by Baby Metal from Head Glitch. And a Highnessy in a 2-on-1 situation.
Bomb has been planted.
Gets flashed off. And just a bit of utility bombardment. Highnessy doesn't really have much to do. Takes out Swag. Baby Metal on 10 health. Does Highnessy have any idea where the last guy is? He's clearing everything possible. Time is ticking. He has to be fast. Takes out Baby Metal. He was thinking there was one guy left, but doesn't have time. No? Yeah, he ran out of time. Had he not checked the corner, he would have won the round for Ruthless, making it 7-10 instead of 6-11. Probably was probably was in the heat of the moment actually. And had no idea what happened there. And you can see Comedic and all the player stats. As we see a mid biased round. With Swag opening up onto Highnessy. Comedic taking out Timu. On the A side of the maps. Discuss taking out Spartan, now making it a 2-on-5 situation for Ruthless. It's a very messy situation. Especially a 2-on-4 site take defense. Cliche takes out Comedic. Gets another one onto Baby Metal. Can he find a third or a fourth? Is getting bombarded. Takes out a third onto Discuss. But Swag finally takes him out. And now Selly. 1-on-2. Does get spotted out by Swag. Kuda's on 7 health. As Starboys are now trying to get the bomb down onto the B site.
Bomb has been planted.
And Selly patiently rotating over. Bit by bit. Very slowly. Time is ticking. He has to be a bit quicker. He has to find 2 people. Swag does spot him in house. So he's making a lot of noise actually. Tags up Swag, but Hooters was ready to assist his teammate. In the event that Swag did die in house, making it map point in favor of Starboys. One more round for Starboys, and that will be map 3 being Bureau. Unless Ruthless can pull off a magical comeback by winning 7 straight rounds. Actually, there's something different coming out from Ruthless playing 2 on a long side. With way too cliche starting the round off by taking out Swag with a headshot. Selly takes out the Baby Metal. Hooters immediately trays him out. Gets 2. And that's forcing a rotate from Ruthless. Because the whole B setup got dismantled there. but who just absolutely annihilates way too cliche and also gets team in the process. And now Spartan gets spotted out by Hooters, barely takes any damage. And now Comedic versus Spartan. Battle of the wits that going in the same direction as one another. Comedic not expecting Spartan, but actually is victorious, making it 13-6 in favor of Starboys. Yeah, quite an interest. Well, I was hoping it would go to 3 maps, especially after what happened to the Canals. Same story happened, but in favor of Starboys instead of Ruthless, and now we are going to be heading over to the decider in Bureau. 1-1 between the two teams. Who will come out on top? See it in the last map. Live. Okay, guys, welcome back to the grand finale of the Steel Farrow Cup Series number 67. And looks like the sides are staying the same. And now we are going live on Pistol Round. Ruthless Gaming versus Starboys. Just to recap, Starboys were victorious with a scoreline of 13-6. And on Canals, Ruthless Gaming with the same scoreline in their favor. And I was seeing a freebie site and a freebie long actually take from the Starboys side going into the event hall. It's kind of like a event hall A crunch. It's actually getting two onto Cliche and Heinety, opening the matchup with two. So Swag takes out Sevi. Temu takes out Hooters, and Spartan takes out Discuss. There's one more guy in the event hall, but Baby Metal and Swag take out Spartan and Temu, giving the first round to Starboys. And there's actually a grenade picked up onto Heinety and Temu with Cliche on the revolver. Smoke out the Molotov on mid and the top of Banana as Starboys are entering towards the B site with very little contest. Cliche takes Comedic out with a headshot. Baby Metal and Swag taking out Cliche and Temple. Seda takes out Hooters. Spartan runs out, takes out the bomb planter after the bomb plant has been successful. Baby Metal on 25 HP, Swag on 82, Heinety 52 with an AK in hand. creeping up through the vent. Makes a bit of noise. Comes out of the vent, taps the bomb, and Baby Metal takes that Highnessy, making it 2-0 in favour of Starboys. Heading into this first gun round. And the utility looking very, very weak. There's barely any utility coming out from Ruthless to counter Starboy's util, as we see a smoke on the mid right side. And actually running through their own smoke, way too cliche, doubles up, on triples up on. And Disgust taking out Heinety. Swag takes out Spartan. And Temo actually in Death Hole takes Disgust from behind. Way too cliche, spamming the smoke, hopefully to find this fourth frag. And he gets it after sadly gets taken out. Perfect trade. Good round from Way too cliche. Picking up 4 in this round, giving the Ruthless round 3 on the board. And that's actually forced Starboys into a pistol buy. Full eco pistol with Baby Metal with a Deagle and a flashbang. Heinety takes out 2. Eco frags for days for him. Baby Metal takes out way too cliche. Sally takes out Swag. Heinety gets another one onto Baby Metal. Hooters takes out Heinety. And Spartan closes it out, making it all square between Ruthless and Starboys. And I will see an SG coming out from Swag actually. Sacrificing some util for the extra firepower. As they are going to smoke the mid-right position again. And Temo jiggle peeking vent hole does actually get in for about at least one guy in B-long. As Star starts slowly creeping up. Discuss actually opens up onto Heinessy, but Teamer takes out Comedic in the process. Ellie and Baby Metal, a bit of back and forth action. 3 on 3. Spartan on 10 HP. A lot of pressure into Orange. Cliche just jiggling. Through the smoke takes out Baby Metal, but Swag takes out Cliche. And the bomb actually has been planted on the A site. Discuss does spot Temra in the kitchen, but Temra manages to successfully escape into the server room. Discuss 1 and 2. Post plant situation. Temu is clearing everything he can possibly clear. Takes out Spartan, and Temu actually taps the bomb and will successfully stick it in the smoke and take out Discuss in the process, making it 3-2 in favor of Ruthless. And that's going to force Starboys onto a pistol by once again a few Deagles with Comedic on a Pizza 50. As Starboys rush into the vent and vent holes, just a quick little peek into there. Temu takes out by taking out Baby Metal. Lots of Deagle shots missed by Disgust, but Temu actually gets another one. Sally takes out Hooters, and now Comedic in a 1-on-5, which he's not going to win with a Pizza 50 alone. And it's now 4-2 in favor of Ruthless Gaming. And if the rounds are going to go the way they have been going, Starboys is going to be following a quite a regular pattern of buying and saving constantly. As Baby Metal actually does cross over, gets tagged in the process. Swag takes out high into as Baby Metal's actually getting shot out there. And Temu runs out, takes out Baby Metal. Comedic takes out Temu. And Selly is in that Molotov. Bomb gets planted. Line up onto Comedic and Discuss. And way to cliche. And Selly closing out the round, making it 5-2 in favour of Ruthless. As Ruthless are building up their economy, building up the bank. And it looks like Starboys will want to play. Oh, some of them are actually buying, others are not. Yeah, Baby Metal's the only person that's playing with a deal before utility. As Starboys kind of play more B long to mid setup. With Ruthless playing a heavy bias towards the mid and B position. As Baby Metal jumps across into vent hole. Molotovs himself out. And now it's Comedic with him. You're in the first. Baby Metal actually does jiggle out, takes out Timu. Way too cliche, takes out Comedic. And Sally was ready actually for the guy in mid, but as we see Discuss coming out. Jiggling a bit. Took a bit too much damage and now is finally rotating over towards the B side as Baby Metal takes out Selly from the vent position. He's stuck inside of HQ because that is smoked. Spartan taking a bit of pressure, bit of back and forth pre-firing, and Spartan finally takes out Swag. Baby Metal, way too cliche in HQ. Bit of a mess, bit of a scrappy gunfight, but finally takes out Ruth. Spartan takes out Baby Metal with Discuss, taking out way too cliche. Can Discuss actually get the last guy? Yes, he can, and makes it 5-3, giving Starboys their third round of the last map. And as you can see on the scoreboard, fairly all square, Comedic not going James Bond, with Comedic picking up a frag, the one singular frag. But other than that, everything is mostly balanced between the two teams, statistics-wise. Actually, Selly does open up the round against Baby Metal after a dodgy smoke. Selly gets another one. And could have gotten the third one. Comedic only gets tagged once into Vent Hall, but Spartan takes out Comedic. Discuss takes out Timu. And Discuss gets two, but Selly closes it out, making it 6-3 in favor of Ruthless. And Spartan actually is actually going to set the next round for pause. So we are going to play this round out. And after this round, the match will be paused. Bit of a late pause call, but we're seeing Starboys going very heavily out of middle, way too cliche. Takes out Swag, but Discuss trades him out with the dual MTXs. Heineke actually flanking on mid. Just kind of in the elevator side. He has no reason to actually go for the flank. Sadly, takes out Comedic with their Sheev. Heineke takes out Baby Metal. Spartan takes out Hooters. Discuss actually gets 2 more until he's finally finished off by. Yeah. And looks like Heineke has left the room. And looks like a substitution is in progress on the Ruthless side. Oh, never mind, he was just reconnecting. Speaking of the commentator's curse, Heineke has now rejoined the CT side. And we're just waiting for the pause to end. And now the pause time expired. We are going back. Ruthless are up 7-3 over Starboys in map 3. As round number 11 has started, with Starboys gravitating more resources actually in the long. Baby Metal does cross over. Is currently in vent hole trying to see if there's any kitchen player. Does Molotov the vent out. A little bit of damage actually. Tempo is taken. And so he finally opens up onto Comedic. Baby Metal gets Timo. Sally gets another one. Can he find a third one? Does take no damage from them, but does tag some in the process. Swag takes out Spartan. And Swag runs out, takes out Selly, way too cliche. Doubles up, doesn't quite triple up onto the Hooters. But it's a one-on-one situation. Hooters and Heineke. And it still shows 3 bullets on Hooters. I think he had the reload bug there. Looking at the worst time. I know Hooters is fully committing over towards the A site. No hesitation. 10 seconds. And he's planting in the corner where Heineke were to defuse. Hooters could be literally anywhere. Sneaking around the map. As Heineke enters the A site. Now is starting to step all over the place. Thinks the bomb is planted towards, and oh, that is actually a bit unfortunate. I think Heineke actually lagged out there and has no time. Well played by Hooters. Making it 7-4 in favor of Ruthless still. But now Starboys has their 4th round of this match, of this map. And Comedic actually still having a very rough game, 1-10. That's a bit concerning. But sadly, Cliche is doing fairly decently. Everything else is mostly evenly distributed on the Ruthless side. Hooters having a bit of a rougher match, but nothing too terrible. And Hooters opens up with a headshot, 1 tap onto Cliche. Immediately takes out same as like the doubles up on to Selly. gets proximity flashed by Spartan, but takes out Spartan, and Comedic takes out Identity. Wow, Comedic woke up and just got a 4K. As I was saying, it was going 1 and 10. He gets 4 out of thin air. As the second half commences with Ruthless going all 5 onto B long. Your mic, Levis, is unmuted. Thank you. And now Sally looking down to not get spotted. Comedic only seems to spot one, but now I think Starboys have finally gotten the comm as Baby Metal does get taken out. Discuss takes out Cliche. Hyanity actually takes out Swag, doubles up onto Comedic as well. And Timu gets sniped by Discuss. Nah, come on. What's happening here? We can't be having that happening. And now Hooters going over to Spartan and gets taken out by Hynety, giving the pistol round to Ruthless, making it 8-5. And now the question is, what will Starboys do? Are they going to do a gamble, or are they going to play standard? Who knows? We will find out this round as Ruthless Gaming start gravitating towards the A site with a lot of pressure being applied onto Intel. This is going to turn into your average deathmatch lobby. With Discuss actually taking out Heinz, Spartan instantly trading. Tamer takes out Baby Mentor and Hooters doubles up actually in there. And the last guy is a banana, way too cliche. Takes Comedic out with a headshot, making it 9-5 in favor of Ruthless Gaming. And now we are going into the first buy round of the second half. Playing actually 2 towards orange right now. As one guy runs in from sand. Swag being absolutely overwhelmed. Sally opens it up. Hooters takes out Hynety. Comedic gets Spartan. And Sally does spot the guy in HQ. A bit of a scrappy gunfight, but still comes out on top. Temu takes up Beam Metal, but Comedic was ready to trade. And now Discuss in HQ coming out way too cliche. In quite a dodgy position right now. Takes out Comedic. And Sally closes it out through the smoke. Sees him actually as he goes back into smoke. Takes out Discuss. Making it 10-5 in favor of Ruthless. And we're seeing Comedic actually with an AR-15 playing Intel. And it is now finally starting to support Comedic on the Intel. And Hynety, Spartan, and Timo take out 3. Spartan actually gets another one for himself, making it a 1-4 situation. Discuss in that CTA position and doesn't do anything with it as Selly closes the round out, making it 11-5 in favor of Ruthless Gaming. And the scoreboard you see, Selly now going 20-9. Cliche 14-10, Spartan 13-10, Timu 13-9. Hynety is 4-4, but mind you, he did disconnect. Like, complete disconnect. Discuss 14-14, Swag 11-13, Baby Metal 9, Comedic 8, and Hooters 8. Going into round 17. Spartan lurking over towards the long angle. Selly actually does open up onto Comedic on the A side of the map, running through the lab smoke that his team have thrown. And Swag takes out Spartan from behind. And Starboys were pretty convinced that it was B initially, but now they see Cliche. Swag actually set the next round to pause. So after this round, the match will be paused. As Heinety does take out Swag in Intel. Now, can you find another one from the Intel position? I said he can't plant just yet, because the site is not safe to plant. If he takes out CT, which he will, now he's going to start sticking the plant. But where is his teammate? Like, he wasn't covering him while he's planting. He does get taken out by Hooters. Said 8 bullets. And will be getting sandwiched. But managed to just escape the sandwich just fine. Or that is some crazy timing. Selly looks away from Hooters, and Hooters actually clutches up, making it 6-11. Still in favor of Ruthless, however. But Starboys actually finally pick up a round. And the match has been paused once again. Called by Starboys, and must have been on pause actually. Just now. I don't know what that pause was needed. Maybe it was just a small, minor thing. They didn't need the whole pause period to be used, as we're seeing Ruthless Gaming going very aggressively onto B long and wanting to take B side, but there's a lot of utility pressure coming in, and Spartan just chilling in middle right now. Just keeping an eye on that smoke right now because there is a guy behind there. But Spartan doesn't know it for sure. He comes out, he does spot Baby Metal. Does get mauled off. And a bit of a scrappy gunfight. So it takes out Discuss, and Baby Metal does take out Spartan. Timo and Selly take out Comedic, and Baby Metal's Hooters take out Temu through the smoke in the head, making it a 1-on-3 situation for Hooters, which Heinety will take out Hooters, making it 12-6. Match point for Ruthless Gaming. Selly, you're going 26-10 right now. Now, Selly is having the life match. And yes, that's that at the moment, as we start seeing Ruthless taking that banana control. Cliche opening the round out through the smoke onto Comedic. Taking that full intel control. Discuss does take out Spartan. And Cliche takes out Hooters, Heinety, and Timo Sameder. Take out Swag and Discuss, leaving Baby Metal in a 1-on-4 situation. Almost unwinnable. Takes out Sally, but will get shot in the back by Heinety, making it 13-6 in favor of Ruthless Gaming. Ruthless Gaming win the Steelflower Cup Series number 67. They are victorious over Starboys. Pretty much a 13-6 matchup across all 3 maps. Like, you cannot script this. Like, what are the odds of all 3 maps ending 13-6? And it's baffling for me. But that's what happened here, really. I can't really question it further. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this match. And have a good rest of the evening, night, day, whatever time it is for you. Good night, in my case.